It's about to get uglier. Honestly, this is the Great Awakening. It's not all butterflies and unicorns. It's not what you think. This is going to get even more heavy in the sense of the protesting that you're seeing, in the sense of this mass division. I'm talking about the wildfires that are happening right now across the Pacific, right? California, Oregon. There is a mass chaos that is happening in this energy. Now, you have to go through the dark in order to get to the light. This is the shadow work. This is the unconditional love that is coming through, that is pointing that light on those imperfections. Now, those imperfections are not only on the individual that you are carrying, but as well as the collective conscious. This is so important. Think about all of the things that have built up our collective consciousness right now leading up to these events in 2020. Something as simple as slavery, right, was commonly accepted as something good not that long ago, and here we are understanding now that slavery is a terrible thing, and the collective consciousness is now showing us what is accepted and what is not. Now, the current political system, as you know, is extremely corrupt. It has been leading the way for this matrix, for this fear in all of every aspect of life. So how are you going to create that change? Right now in 2020, the spiritual energy is coming down right now to planet Earth. However, our environment does not accept spirituality. Haven't you noticed you have to wear a mask everywhere you go now? You have to stand 6 feet apart, all right? That is a very specific number. Did you know that the 6-foot radius is the aura that you have, or your chakra, right? Like the heart chakra and the energy that is around you will connect with another person when they come within 6 feet of you. That is the human contact that we need. That is the love and the empathy and the compassion that we need from other human beings if we are to excel right here on planet Earth. And there are now forces and regulations that are preventing us from even going within 6 feet of one another, let alone breathing our own clean air and getting access to this amazing prana. All right? Don't you understand? You have to create that environment so you can thrive. Right now, in 2020, this current environment does not accept spirituality. In fact, it's quite the opposite. This fear has gone to a level where the matrix has evolved to the point where they are keeping you in control, completely limiting you as far as you can access this consciousness. Now, I'm here to bring you the good news. All you need is this human body. You got everything you need right now in order to wake up. That's why so many people through this pandemic, through this coronavirus, being stuck in their house for so long, on house arrest, being locked down, not able to even go to the grocery store, this has caused a mass awakening because people are finally paying attention and drawing those conclusions like, wait, maybe I don't have to be here. Maybe I do have true free will. Maybe I can do what I want. Maybe I am going to challenge the current system. Now, that system is what's called the matrix. That matrix has always been here. Now, as we get in tune with this energy even more, that matrix also gets stronger. It also gets bigger. This is the same tactic they've been using since the time of man. All right? It's called divide and conquer. They work our way into the system, right? They implement these changes from within, creating that separateness. Right here, you, my fellow brothers and sisters, are here as one. We are here together to create this higher consciousness, the new earth based off the 5th dimension. Now that matrix, that evil cabal, is trying to keep you in the fear, trying to keep you locked in that darkness. Now you can only stay there for so long before that light starts to peek through and you crave it down to that very cellular level because you are abundant. You are perfect in every aspect. Now, someone told you that you weren't perfect. Someone told you somewhere along the way that you were not abundant. And the problem is you believe them. They are actually not the problem at all. The matrix is not the problem. The problem is your belief system. You were led to believe that you were only capable of X amount. And because of this, you are now limiting your reality, your potential of what you can experience. All you have to do is understand that that same belief system is no longer serving you. So now you can change the way you think in order to create an entirely new belief system based off your heart's greatest desires. I'm here to tell you right now that you are here to live out your heart's greatest desires. Anything less than your heart's greatest desire is self-sabotage. And there are a lot of people sabotaging your life right now. This agenda has been played out. Haven't you noticed that divide and conquer, those tactics are working? It's really obvious who's in that fear bubble and who's living their highest passion in this great awakening underneath the unconditional love consciousness. Okay, that is the division. It's very simple. You're either in the fear or you're in love. It's that simple. And this is not a permanent thing. This fluctuates. You could be in one love day, and then all of a sudden, because of this overwhelming amount of energy, and you have to wear a mask everywhere, and people projecting their negative emotions onto you, then you succumb to that level of fear, and now you worked your way back, right back to the matrix. So understand, this is a daily practice. You have to put in the work. You have to develop that routine where you can anchor into the higher self, activate this higher consciousness, and stay with that vibration as long as humanly possible. And this is contagious. You'll notice when you run into other heart-centered beings, things start clicking. Things start vibrating. You start moving this energy. You start asking, why do you look so good? Why are you so vibrant? Why is all this energy coming through to you? I want some of that, right? This is going to happen more and more as you anchor in this higher vibration, as you work on yourself. Now, this great awakening is only here to help everybody wake up. That means all of those impurities, all of those imperfections have to be brought to the surface for us to examine how we can make this serve the highest good of all. That's what this comes down to. That's like my favorite mantra. Ask yourself this question right now. If it's not serving the highest good of all, it has to go. That relationship, that job that you're carrying, whatever it is, if it's not serving the highest good of all, it has to go. Once you've completely rid yourself of all of those impurities and your chakra system is now online, your third eye is open, nothing can stop you. You are now here as a light warrior, as a fellow empath, leading people into their heart rather than getting stuck in the limitations of the mind. That is what this shift is all about. On the quantum level, we are actually changing our biology here. We are changing our DNA. We are literally creating a new Earth with a higher consciousness that has never been available right here on the planet before. So tap into that higher consciousness. Tap into your real potential. Follow your highest passions. Get in tune with this great awakening. Connect with other spiritual people right here. That's what this is all about. You have the tools. You have the technology right there in your pocket. Nothing is stopping you from accessing this higher consciousness. You have to get yourself out of the way. Remember, this is all a plan. This was all orchestrated. The matrix and this technology is implemented so you can stay in that fear state, so you can stay in control. If your third eye is online and you're waking up every day, astral projecting, finding out the true secrets of the universe, you are now a target. You are now somebody who is dangerous in their eyes, right? So let's all wake up to the point where we get so dangerous that that evil cabal just disappears, that there is nothing left but for them to just give in to this unconditional love, because they're human too, right? This all comes down to getting away from that us versus them mentality, because at that highest level, we're all one. We are all one true spiritual family. I don't care if it's the darkest member of the politics, the Rockefellers, somebody that you think is a reptilian, or somebody who you think has caused all of this, like Jeff Bezos, okay? All of this, okay? Bezos, I don't even care if it's Bill Gates himself. These are all human people who at their deepest core level has a soul as well. Now, somewhere along the way, they got messed up, right? And now they're using their power in a very negative way. And guess what? That's called karma. You don't have to worry about it. Honestly, I see a lot of people in the spiritual community talking about a lot of these negative things, whether it's what's going on in Hollywood, whether it's the chemtrails, right? Whether it's the food system being completely manipulated. Well, guess what? You have access to pure food. You have access to clean water. You have access to higher consciousness with this amazing temple right here. Start meditating. Start getting in tune with the change. If you're just obsessing about the negativity, then that is lowering your vibration. Okay, whatever you put your attention to, that is you calculating and getting that same vibration. You are anchoring into that level of consciousness. So if you're obsessed with all of that negativity and drama and reactivity, that's the back of the brain. That's exactly where they want you to be. Haven't you noticed the protesting? Haven't you noticed all the craziness isn't even serving anybody anymore, right? That isn't serving anybody. Remember, this is the highest good of all. You have to bring all of that energy within. Focus that on your heart. Focus that energy on anchoring in this divine consciousness right now on planet Earth. Once you do that, the reflection comes out. Your heart becomes this anchor where now you can look on the outside where everything starts coming together. It all starts to make sense. All of those traumas, all of those insecurities, all of those things in your life that were holding you back in the past have now happened for a reason. And you have full clarity on why that happened and how you created it so you can wake up. Let's go from that level of perception where everything is happening and we're in this victim mindset into the conscious creator that you already are. Remember that this matrix, this cabal will always be there. There will always be people stuck in that limitation, stuck in that fear. Now you have become the shepherd, leading the people, leading the sheep out of the corral. That's what you are here to do. We were all once a sheep before, right? Through this evolution of the soul, through this amazing process that we call human life, you have been given the ability to wake up. Let's take full advantage. Let's all rise together to the fifth dimension. Let's all anchor in this new earth. I want to just take a moment of gratitude. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. I would not be here without you. Seriously, you guys changed my life. This energy is real. If you want to join other people on the spiritual path, the link is in the description of this video. Find us over there on the Signal app where we communicate 24/7 on a private server. Okay, I want to let all of you know that these YouTube videos are being watched, okay? My words are being censored. I can only talk about so much through the social media outlets. So if you want to get to the uncensored content and talk to us on the spiritual path where we have nothing to hide, then join us on the Signal app. We would love to have you. Again, the link is in the description of this video. Until next time, guys, I'm out. Infinite love, infinite peace.